o'clock, and ABC 24 News starts right now. Thanks for joining us on ABC 24 News at 5. I'm Lauren Turman. Our top story this evening, the city of Memphis is gearing up for a full day of festivities in honor of both Labor Day and its very own 901 Day tomorrow. And this year, the two celebrations are being combined in an effort to bring the community together. Organizers are putting a strong focus on safety as the city gets ready for its big day. It will feature a full lineup of events and celebrations across the city. 901 Day, celebrated every year on September 1st, is a tribute to Memphis named after the city's area code. The day will be packed with themed activities to shine a light on the Memphis spirit. And while the focus is on fun, city leaders, organizations, and local businesses are making sure everyone can celebrate responsibly. And ABC 24's Shakina Davis will have more on how event planners are working to keep the public safe and what kind of turnout they're expecting coming up tonight at 10. Mass services resume this weekend in Minneapolis, just steps away from the site of a deadly school shooting earlier this week. 2 students were killed and more than a dozen others were injured when a shooter opened fire from outside Annunciation Catholic Church on Wednesday. As this community grieves the loss, religious leaders, including Pope Leo and many lawmakers, are demanding action. Jen Sullivan has more on how this community is mourning.
Outside Annunciation Church in Minneapolis, the memorial grows for the victims of Wednesday's mass shooting.
We are here as believers, Catholics, to support this Christian community.
Wednesday morning, a shooter opened fire outside this Catholic school, aiming into the church, shattering windows as students gathered during Mass. 10-year-old Harper Moisky and 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel were killed. 18 other people were wounded.
If I could have got between those bullets.
Father Zarin opening up about the terrifying moments that he witnessed inside. These glass windows now boarded up following the horror of what happened.
Take my yoke upon you.
Sunday Mass packed with parishioners.
We are in a very low place. It's a place that we could never have imagined, even in our worst nightmares.
As this community grieves, the head of the Catholic world sending a stern message.
Our prayers for the victims of the tragic shooting during a school mass in the American state of Minnesota. Let us plead God to stop the pandemic of arms, large and small, which infects our world.
Many Minnesota leaders now demanding action.
It is important for us to make sure that we are offering a slew of solutions. One is to make sure that we are getting rid of assault weapons in our community.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is also reportedly considering holding a special session on gun legislation. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And another fine day across the Mid-South today. If you liked yesterday, you love today. It's currently 89 degrees right now. Feels like temp of 86, so it feels cooler than the actual air temp. That tells you that the dew points are low and the humidity is low. Of course, visibility pretty much unlimited. A light northeasterly breeze, 10 miles per hour or less. Look at these temps. Comfortable for late August, last day of August here. 86 Dyersburg and Covington. 89 in Memphis, still 92 in Clarksdale. It's warm, but again, should be a comfortable evening out there. Dry weather currently on our radar. So your evening looks like this. How about 87 at 7 p.m., 84 at 8, you're at 81 at 9 p.m., and 78 at 10. We've been dry, we're in a drought, but I tell you what, I'm tracking rain and some much cooler air coming our way in just a minute. Thank you.
Many people came to know Tyre Nichols after he was beaten to death at the hands of former Memphis police officers in 2023. But this weekend, we got to see a different side of Tyre with an exhibit at the Flow Museum in Cooper Young. The exhibit showcased Nichols' photography at different points in his life. And gallery owner Jay Etkin says Tyre's work reveals how deeply he noticed light, shadow, texture, and quiet moments. And his mother, Rovon Wells, said she loved taking photos and she would always tell him that one day the world would see his art.
This was one of his passions. Ty, he loved photography. And I used to tell him all the time, I said, Ty, one day somebody is going to see one of your photographs. You're going to take that perfect photograph and you're going to be famous.
And Tyre's work is on display now at the Flow Museum at 942 Cooper Avenue. The weapon used in the death of Emmett Till is now on display at a museum in Mississippi. Till was a black teenager who was tortured and lynched in 1955, and his death helped ignite the civil rights movement. Now the interconnected Museum of Mississippi History and Mississippi Civil Rights Museum are displaying a gun that was involved. The museum's director says the exhibit is important because most people don't know that Till was shot. The weapon was authenticated through its serial number, which matches information from FBI records. And Memphis will soon have a new space to help people heal from loss. This week, the community shared ideas for the city's first grief garden. It will be a free space where people can remember loved ones, process grief, and find peace. Locals offered suggestions on what the space should look like and how it can help people heal.
There's a lot of healing that can happen when we come together, when we're able to process our grief. We're stronger together. So I want this grief garden to make Memphis stronger. In the backdrop of trauma, tragedy, let's come together.
The idea came after the executive director's friend lost her son to violence. She says she found healing through faith and community support, inspiring this garden, and organizers hope to open it early next year. We'll be right back.
Another 90-degree day across the Mid-South with no rain. I tell you what, though, I'm tracking some much-needed rainfall and some cooler temps coming up. Here I am. What a fantastic weather day. Again, day 2 in a row, right? I mean, if you liked yesterday, you loved today. We had pretty much the same kind of weather. We had warm temps, low humidity, and I've got better news for tomorrow. A dry Labor Day with a few clouds. A dry Labor Day. I think we may see a few showers arriving for Labor Day evening and overnight. But if you have a picnic planned for tomorrow, should be good for your 901 day as well. Tracking much needed rain. We're in the middle of a drought. We do need some rain. I don't think the rain that's coming in is going to be a drought buster, but hey, we'll take any raindrops we can get. And cooler air incoming, a little hint of fall coming our way beginning in midweek. Very comfortable weather. Again, might need a little sweater for the overnights as lows bottom out in the 50s. All right, currently right now, let's go to 89 degrees here across the Mid-South and greater Memphis area. 86 degrees, it feels like temp. Pressure is on the decline with a northeasterly breeze. 89 downtown, 88 for Holly Springs, Corinth, and Bolivar. You got 86 in Dyersburg. 94 still in Clarksdale, so there's still some heat out there. But again, we like the low humidity, and that's the thing. It's one of the coolest 90-degree weather days you're ever going to see. And what do I mean by coolest? I mean because the humidity is low, it feels much more comfortable to hit 90 degrees. All right, rain showers to our west. A few of these may try and sneak our way overnight, but they're not going to reach the ground. So we're going to say dry weather all night long tonight. Should be dry during the day tomorrow. Your hour by hour shows some showers all around us beginning Monday night through Tuesday. Wednesday looks pretty good. Thursday, an isolated shower. And then hopefully by the end of next week, we'll get a few more rain showers coming our way. We'll take anything we can get. 68 under a partly cloudy sky overnight. Should be dry with east-northeasterly breezes at less than 10 miles per hour. So what about tomorrow? Looking good. Looking good at the Pyramid and everywhere. 88 degrees, partly cloudy skies. And again, dry during the day will increase our rain chances once the sun begins to go down. Overnight, tomorrow night into, there's tomorrow's temps. You got 80s to near 90 degrees. Hernando at 90 degrees as well. And upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Let's show you your 7-day forecast. Notice the big temperature drop here. Low humidity coming our way. 83 Thursday, chance for a storm, and the weekend looking comfortable as well. We'll be right back.
Many elected officials gathered at A. Maceo Walker Middle School this weekend to get answers to public concerns. And this shed more light on what Memphians have been worried about in the city and in Shelby County. ABC 24 Shakina Davis shares how elected officials plan to improve transparency and address some of these community issues.
The fact is we can't do this enough, right? Like there can't be enough of this.
The Memphis People's Convention agenda touched on issues including the city budget, education, crime and safety, to labor, wages, and affordable housing. Community members questioned transparency around the search for a long-term superintendent and whether agreements with the public are being honored.
Education has been a hot button issue over the last few months, and now housing and the environment with these corporations coming in and people being concerned about air quality.
Many elected officials were present, including county commissioners, state legislatures, and Memphis Shelby County School Board members. They shared how they plan to respond to community concerns. School Board member Sable Ote says although challenges exist, the community should also recognize successes.
I think the focus has been so much on what we have not been doing, what our students are not doing, but there's so many amazing things that we can celebrate.
Beyond local issues, community members are paying close attention to state-level decisions.
What's happening from Nashville and even D.C. is impacting what's happening in Memphis.
Danielle Inez, president of All Adventures, says this summit helped the public understand what they're doing. She says on 901 Day, she'll be having a summit event to talk further about where Memphis is right now and where they plan to go next.
Part of that conversation, I hope we walk out with some legislative opportunities that we can propose. We heard legislators today say, send us an email. And so legislation that we can propose, opportunities to be present as a community, to understand our role.
Fisher says engagement must be based on substance, not personality or gossip.
So we're going to do all we can to make sure as many people who want to be seen and heard are seen and heard. And we also have to be understanding and mindful of our own limitations, but that doesn't mean we don't have the will or the desire to do it.
City and county officials plan to hold more summits to keep the public informed. And right now you're taking a live look outside of downtown from our Midtown camera. Mark will be back with a final look at your forecast after this break.
Let's make it 3 days in a row. Yeah, it's going to be a phenomenal Monday. Labor Day, 9:01 day. We're going to start off at 68 degrees comfortable by noon. Let's picnic. Invite me over. I'll be there. I'll bring the bratwurst or the beans. 82, 88 at 3, 88 at 6. Again, humidity's going to be low. Rain holds off until late tomorrow night. Lauren?
Perfect picnic weather there. Thank you so much, Mark. And thank you all for joining us for the news at 5. We'll see you back at 10.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.